Hey everybody, yeah, I know I've got clothes on and I look like I'm growing a beard. I'm trying. We're gonna see how this works out for 2 or 3 weeks with the whole beard thing. I've never had a beard before, so I really decided, you know what, I'll try out the beard thing, see how it really works. And so if I look a little scrubby, it's only because I'm trying to grow out a beard. It's not because I'm suffering from deep dark depression or anything like that. All right, Scott Adams, man, this has been a mess. For those of you who don't know what's going on with Scott Adams, more than a week ago, he found a Rasmussen poll that basically indicated that about 40% of black Americans did not believe it was okay to be white. Now, the way Scott Adams took this was that by this near 40% of black people saying this, that they are quote unquote something of a hate group and he doesn't want to be involved. So his suggestion was, look, just leave black people alone. You know, stop trying. Stop trying to help. Stop trying to deal with them. Because if 40% of black people can't figure out whether they think it's okay for you to exist, then maybe the best thing to do is just walk away. And he's right. Now, I've seen Ben Shapiro and a couple of them, well, that sounds kind of racist. Is it really racist? I've watched the whole video of his quote unquote rant. And what I'm seeing is a guy who's just finally been blackpilled. I don't think Scott Adams was ever really racist. I don't know the man very well. I've read Dilbert comics here and there. But what I see is an older white male who thought he was one of the good ones for the longest time. And then to see this poll, and he realizes, well, up to a certain extent, he's not one of the good whites, and that there is no good whites category anymore. Especially if it appears that at least 25% of black folks don't think it's okay to be white, and another 20+% aren't really sure if it's okay to be white, if it's okay for white people to exist, at least in this country. Yeah, I'd be kind of black pilled too, and be kind of pissed if I thought I was one of the good whites. So I don't blame this man for having his opinion. I don't like the fact that he's being canceled left and right, but let's just be upfront and brutally honest. He knew what he was getting into when he said this. This man is not some child. Now, not every newspaper is going to cut him out. They're just not. But this guy's made enough money off of doing Dilbert and the other things that he's done that he doesn't have to worry. This will blow over in 6 months to a year, and all these newspapers will bring him back. That's really how I look at it. As far as whether Scott Adams is racist or not, I don't know the man's heart. But from what I do know of him, because I've watched some of his live streams, he's not racist. He's not racist in the least. I think overall what has happened is, like I said, he just got black-pilled at that moment. And now, I know some of you will ask me, well, are black people really like that? I can't say for sure. Have I met racist black people? Yeah. I have met some racist black people who assume everything the white man does is to harm black people, that white people are this, white people are that. And I generally don't hang around people like that because I'm like, look, bruh, I mean, not that I have to deal with white people every day, but I don't want that racist black pill around me where everything is about race, where everybody's racist and bigoted except for me. I don't need that. I really honestly don't. So I don't hang around black people like that. I've had, some of the older heads in my family, they don't trust white people. But I know where they're coming from. They're in their 60s and their 70s. Look at the world they were raised in. Their trust of white people is very, very low unless they know that white person specifically. And they trust that white person specifically. Other than that, every last white person, other than that one they know and trust, is an evil racist monster or a bigot. It's a hard way to live. I don't see how anybody can live like that. But then again, I guess maybe by the time I get older, and kids and nieces and nephews are looking at, Daddy, how do you live like that? Uncle, how do you live with this constant, off to the side distrust of white people? I don't know. I've just done it all of my life. I guess that's what I would say if I really truly felt like that. And there's some black people who think I'm terrible for having any kindness towards white people, any trust. Well, I have to live with them in this country. If I can't live and work in a place where I feel like I can trust the people around me not to treat me badly because I'm a different race, if I can't live like that, then the other option is to constantly be fearful or hateful towards white folks and think that they're all a negative. I don't want to live like that. I live in the South, for God's sake. You can't throw a rock without hitting a white boy. Come on. I do not want to live like that. One of my best friends of over 30 plus years is white. I know his family. I've been to his house, his parents' house. Been to his place on more than one occasion. He's a good man. Why? And I guess that's where I get my judgment of white people from. From the few white people I've had in my life that have treated with me with respect and dignity, those I would call friend. And in some cases even family. Why would I cast all of that aside and start acting like a racist nut job? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think Scott Adams is going to become super Hitler anytime soon. I don't think Dilbert's suddenly going to become a white supremacy comic either. But, well, I hope for the best for all involved, although Scott Adams is the only one really involved in this. I think what he's done is he's just spoken about what a lot of white people have been saying in their heads and in their living rooms. Why are we helping you people and treating you people nice and you hate our guts? You keep asking for more or demanding more or claiming that we are racist because we don't bend over backwards and give you what you believe you deserve or want or need. I think he just said it out loud. He just said it out loud. Look, we're not going to help you anymore. You hate us. You don't think we have the right to exist. 30 to 40% of you think we don't have the right to exist. Fuck you. I'd say the same damn thing if I was in his position. Especially if I felt that I had been non-racist, decent, even helpful to black folks all of my life. And then I get this poll that says most of the black folks that I've helped don't think I have the right to exist. Fuck that. Yeah, I'd be black-pilled as fuck too. Be like if I found out all the white people I'm friends with all of a sudden were like, well, we just put up with you. We just tolerate you. After all I've done for you and helped you out, yeah, well, it is just the way it is. I'd be angry too. Maybe not at the whole entirety of the white race, but just those people, but still. That would be a really hard pill to swallow, and I'd be angry. And a man has every right to be angry. We all have the right to be angry, just like we all have the right to be racist and bigoted and homophobic and everything else. Now, him getting canceled, I don't think that's nice. I don't think that's a good thing. It's not helping anybody. It's just whenever you have companies that start canceling people or businesses that start canceling people, you're not doing it because it's the right thing. You're doing it because you think it's going to help save your bottom line. It's going to keep you from getting in trouble. That's what these companies, these newspapers and stuff are doing this for. Not because they believe that Scott Adams is a racist, but because what Scott Adams said, they think it's going to create such a problem for them business-wise that they need to cancel him, pull his comic from the newspapers, and that will save them. Maybe. Well, folks, let me go ahead and get off here. I may come up with another video as soon as I have more topics to talk about. But this Scott Adams thing, I have to admit, I've been holding on because I wanted to see how far this would go. I wanted to see if Scott Adams was somehow going to apologize. Brother ain't apologized yet. He knows better than to apologize. Ain't no use in apologizing. It's already said and done. I know that's going to get some people on the left upset, but Scott Adams overall is such a minor figure in the universe that only those of us online are really keeping up with this. I don't hear too much on standard radio or anyplace else. So whatever it is whatever it is. At the end of the day, Scott's going to have to live with what he said. I think he'll be fine, though. Scott Adams. All right, everybody. Take care.